What's up, everybody? What's up, Jeffrey? How are you tonight?
What's going on? I'm putting this on my personal Facebook page.
Oh, you're gonna share it out?
Yeah.
Hey, I forgot to tell you tonight too. We are live on LinkedIn as well.
Oh, so
we got 3 sources tonight.
So Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube.
Yes.
That's good. I'm so glad I was able to figure that out. How to do that. I'll be honest. My LinkedIn page is like really behind. Like it does say I'm a realtor, but for the most part, it's got like EMS stuff on it still.
Oh, I thought it said you were a worker at Chick-fil-A last time I looked at it.
I had a job at Chick-fil-A.
I know you did.
Yeah. No, you think LinkedIn was really around? That would have been about 1986.
1907? Was that what we said?
Chick-fil-A was not around in 1907. I'm not that old.
All right. So tonight, give a little overview, give you the rundown of what we're going to talk about tonight. So obviously we started these lives for you guys. We want to hear from you. We want to hear your questions and your comments. That is the main goal of being on live here. In between your questions and comments, if we don't have as many, we're going to talk about local happenings, what's going on around the area. We're going to talk a little bit about the market for sure, the real estate market. And then tonight, last week we did Nexton. So tonight we're going to talk a little bit about Cane Bay Plantation. And then obviously we'll filter in all of your questions and comments into that as well. We have a special guest tonight. So I'm going to bring Robin on. Hello, hey. Robin.
Hi. Robin, the realtor's in the house.
Robin, the realtor. Yes.
Yes.
So Robin is on our team. Robin, tell us a little bit about yourself. Where do you live? What town do you live in? Are you married or are you not married? And then what is your Tinder name for all of our people that are out there too?
I thought you were human resources. Okay, so Robin McKenzie. I have actually been in the business for about 23 years. I am married. We are now at 29 years this coming October. I mean, I let him wake up every morning. It's such a gift.
You're a good woman to him.
Oh, no.
Hold on. I got to hurry up and take a picture of her face like that.
Oh, she's back. She's back.
8. Oh, I have 8 grandchildren.
8 grandchildren.
I'm sorry. I have a really bad storm over here in Goose Creek area, which is where I live for the past 29 years. But other than that, man, hey, I love being on the team. I love my teammates. It's the best team I've ever been on.
You know, Mark, I've known Robin more than anybody else on the team. So Robin including you by many years.
I'm familiar where you were with that LinkedIn, by the way.
Yes. Robin was Robin was with the brokers when Andrew and I started that we went to, and then when we left there and went to the brokerage we're at now, we called Robin and said, "Hey, I know the grass isn't always greener, but it is in this circumstance. You guys got to come over here."
Oh, there's another picture for you, Jeff.
Oh, I know. I got to be snapping all these.
Uh-oh. I just want to be invited to the good dinners. That was all.
See, now I don't even know what dinner she's talking about.
All right, so we've got Paula from Raleigh in the house. Hey, Paula, how's it going?
Hey, Paula.
Thanks for joining us tonight. And then we've got Birmingham in the house with Chris Murray too.
No, not Birmingham.
Oh, Binghamton. Binghamton.
Yeah, that's
right. Why did I say Birmingham?
Hey, Birmingham, New York is here.
What is wrong with
just murdering the English language. Just murdering it.
Binghamton.
Binghamton.
Where is Binghamton, Chris? Tell us where Binghamton is.
Well, he'll say like south of Birmingham.
Yeah. That'll be great. All right.
Mark, we had a little that rainstorm over there. We today's the first day we've had rain in in like days and days and days. Andrew and I sat out on the front porch and watched the rain. Oh, by the way, so when I asked Andrea if she was going to be watching the live, as you know, because she's like in the other room, is Sharon watching the live right now?
I think she is. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you've got a better wife than I do.
Oh,
yeah.
she's not watching live?
No, she's like, no, I hear you talk about real estate all day, every day. I'll take the hour break.
You know what Sharon said week 1 when we did it a couple weeks ago?
Yeah.
She saw Andrea come in with Chick-fil-A and she was like, oh, she's just trying to be a better wife. Look at that, bringing her Chick-fil-A.
Andrea took week 1, week 2 we'll call a draw, and week 3 Sharon clearly wins.
Easily. Yes, I agree. All right, we got suburbs of Philly in the house too. What's up, Philly?
Right.
Hey, J Delp. How's it
so
going?
J Delp, just drop in there, Geno's or Pat's. I get, from the locals, probably there's another one, but those are the only two.
Here we go. Here comes the story. Are you going to tell the story?
Yeah, all right. So I was in Pittsburgh and I had to drive out to Philly for a meeting. And so Philadelphia, it's not that far. U.S. Air used to run nonstops between Pittsburgh and Philly every day. So I used to fly back and forth. But the one day I drove, and so I took a cooler with me, and I went and I got 10 Geno's cheesesteaks and 10 from Pat's. And I put them in the cooler, and I took them home back to Pittsburgh, and I set up a block party in the cul-de-sac. I've heard of D'Alessandro's. All right, I'm going to have to try that one. He said D'Alessandro's, Mark. So I took, and it was a blind taste test, A and B. And I thought, we're going to figure out which is better, Pat's or Geno's right now. I swear to you, it was a 50-50 tie. Half the group voted for Pat's, half voted for Geno's. So I didn't have a winner. So according to J Delp, it's D'Alessandro's in Roxborough.
We'll just go with that. I like
he lives there. I don't. I was just a visitor.
Hey, Robin, what is one of your things that you're gonna want to do this year in the Summerville area? We're gonna segue into the happenings in the area here. So what's one thing that you're looking to do?
So I have a goal.
We'll never know.
I'll never know. It's terrible. Well, I have a goal to be more like Jeff. I understand that I'm a goal. Oh, wait, she's back. I couldn't.
She's back.
I'm going to climb a 25-foot water slide at Wanamaker Park.
Okay.
With 2 other hefty people. And because I don't want to go into outer space, and like slide on down.
So you can have a little gravity attack.
I need a lot of gravity because, I'm not down for, out there.
So Wanamaker Park, for those of you that don't know the area yet, is a county park. It's a Charleston County park, and they've got a water park there that is phenomenal. It's a really nice water park. We're going to have some video coming up on the channel here pretty soon, Mark, aren't we? For some, I did some video over there. Yeah. And the water park, at the end of the year, every year, they open the water park up for dogs. And so you can take your dog out there to the water park and go swimming. I don't think they do the water slides. That would be fun, though.
That would be fun.
We'll take a little floppy up to the top of the oh my god size water slide and go down, skipping across the water.
They do have one day a year that they let the dogs in there.
I know that's what at the end of the year.
Yeah.
I want to go and take Cheetah.
You should. Totally should.
Although greyhounds can't swim. They're like, there's no fat in their body. I think they just sink like rocks.
That's kind of like me and you, Jeff. We
yeah. No, we're definitely. I'm buoyant.
All right. So since Robin is frozen again,
I can't.
There she is. She's back now.
It's black out. It's black outside, so I can't help that. I'm sorry.
That's okay. That's okay. So we're going to talk about three events. 2 of them are fireworks. So Northwoods Church in North Charleston is having a fireworks. They say, no, seriously, they're actually the best. So they're happening June 30th.
Cool.
The front lawn will open, free hot dogs, popcorn, cotton candy, and snow. Do you think it's all free or just that hot dogs are free?
I don't know. Make a donation. It's a church.
Yeah, it's a church.
It must be the best because the church wouldn't lie to you.
Right? That's true. Good point. Good point.
Jesus has the best fireworks.
That's true. So true.
And then we have what else do we have going on? We have the Cane Bay fireworks. Since we're talking about Cane Bay tonight, Cane Bay is not until July 6th, I think it was. Yeah, July 6th from 3 to 10. But I want you to see, Jeff, all the food trucks that are going to be here. Look at this list of food trucks.
Is the lobster roll truck going to be there?
Wow.
I don't see the lobster roll.
Oh, and you know what? I know the lady who owns the Hidden Gem. Interesting.
Lumpia. You've got Taste of Berlin. You have Kona Ice. Wicked Waffles. Wicked.
Ooh.
Oh, Mark, we had those.
Yes, we did.
Yeah.
Cannolis and coffee. Lemonade stand. Uncle Chuck's.
Nice.
So this is a free event. July 6th, I think it was. Yeah. July 6th from 3 to 10. It's at the Cane Bay YMCA, right in the middle of Cane Bay. $20,000 worth of fireworks.
They do a really nice job over there. It's actually another realtor and one of the attorneys over there that works in that area that put this on every year. They do a great job. We were over there last year. Our friends live in a neighborhood right behind the Y. So we went over to their pool and we were watching the fireworks from their pool. It was awesome.
Oh, nice.
And then the last one, just going to do 3 just to not to bore people. So yeah, I know this says June 23rd. So either I'm crazy or they really did reschedule this to June 30th. So I think that's what happened, but it's a spring roll challenge, Jeff, the 4th annual spring roll challenge at Firefly Distillery. Yeah. DJ's playing
spring roll challenge. Is it like how many spring rolls you can eat or something?
I don't know, but roadie rolls. Have you ever had roadie rolls?
No.
Oh my gosh, best spring rolls I've ever had.
Really?
They had a truck at MUSC one day when I was down there with Riley when he was younger. He had a kidney disease and all. Yeah. And those roadie rolls, I will never forget those. That's how good they were.
That Firefly Distillery is a cool place. They have a lot of bands down there. They've got a beautiful, it's a really pretty facility inside, but a great area for food trucks and bands and a big lawn that they do events like this on. There's a lot of that here in Charleston between that and the all the different plantations. There's a tea plantation. I still haven't been there yet. Have you been there?
No.
Robin, you been to the tea plantation?
No, I haven't been there.
Magnolia Plantation is probably my favorite. They have a really cool ride back through the rice fields, and you can go back and see alligators. I saw a turtle and an alligator hanging out together back there.
Interesting.
They were friends.
So either you'll go this Sunday and it will be there, or you'll go and it won't be there, and you can just get some bourbon or whiskey or whatever.
Yeah, go get you some moonshine.
Yeah, for sure. All right. Any other events you want to talk about, Jeff? Those are the only 3 I brought up.
Let me think.
Does Carnes have an event for?
No, I didn't look at the calendar this week. You know what? Just come over to my house. We'll put the ad. Just come over to the house. We'll have an event. Actually, the 4th of July in my neighborhood in Carnes is a phenomenal fireworks show just done by everybody that lives here. If you've got a dog that hates fireworks, Carnes probably isn't the neighborhood for you. Because I saw a picture on the Facebook page. This dude had like 3 pallets ready to go, and they shoot them, a lot of them, over the lake that's right behind my house. So we've got a really great spot to just sit in our backyard, which is good because then I get to go to bed as soon as it's over, because it's already, if it's dark outside, it's past my bedtime to begin with.
Interesting. So I'll have to come over to your house and see that.
Yeah, you can come over. Although you got the pool. Can we see the fireworks from your pool, or is the house blocking them?
I think the house is going to block it, I think.
Can you put the pool in front of the house? Can you move it?
We'll try. They did pick it up with a crane, so maybe they can pick it up again.
If you could make that happen in the next week or so here.
Okay. I'll check. Let's see. We got listening in from California. What's up, Miss Tenacious?
Hey, Miss Tenacious is here again.
Yeah, welcome back. And then we've got Dan from Fitchburg, Massachusetts representing. I'm
Dan
from Southeast.
Dan's probably putting. I'm surprised when Dan typed that out, he didn't put like R's in words that aren't supposed to be there. Darn.
Park the car in Harvard Yard. That's what it is. All right, let's talk about the market real quick, and then we'll get into Cane Bay. You guys ask your questions in the comments. We'll throw them up on screen. We'll try to answer them live. That's what this is all about for you guys. But let me give you a little bit of stats on the market for last week. We had 308 residential properties under contract last week.
Wow.
250 were single family homes. The median list price was $485 or $237 a square foot. 3 of the 250 single family homes were bank owned foreclosures or short sales. Oh. So not a lot of bank owned foreclosures or short sales. That's a good thing. Drilling down to Summerville, we have 53 of those were in Summerville. And let's see, only 3 of those 53 were new construction. Now, Cane Bay falls into Area 69, which is Hanahan, Goose Creek, Monk's Corner. And they had 69 under contract, anywhere from 189,000 up to 1.1 million. And 19 of those were in Cane Bay. With a median of 383 or 197 a square foot.
So that's interesting. So the Cane Bay median is 383, where the rest of the market is more around the 480 mark. Is that what you said?
Yes. So Summerville was 415, and the whole Charleston market overall was 485.
I think we've seen that trend quite a bit in Cane Bay, and we're talking about Cane Bay tonight for a reason. That there's just so much new construction over there that it's keeping the resales a little lower because they've got to compete with the new construction. The new construction has to compete with the resales. So there's between Summerville in general and Cane Bay, it sounds like there's about a $40,000 difference with Cane Bay being lower.
Yeah. Yep. We've got 3 listings in Cane Bay right now out of our 6 that we have right now. I'll throw them up on the screen a little bit here. Whoa, what happened? I clicked the wrong thing. There we go. So these last 3, so 149 Calmwater Way is in the Coves. We've got another video coming out on that. If you want to see the details of that one, we've got a whole video just on that home. That one is on the lake system, right, Jeff?
Yeah, it's probably one of the most sought-after neighborhoods in all of Cane Bay out of the 20 neighborhoods that are over there. Yep. And this house is actually on the lake itself. So you could live in this house, drag your kayak out of your garage right back to your backyard and jump on the lake. It's really beautiful. And they did some amazing stuff in that backyard. Yeah.
And then we've got this one in Lockton is at 513 Dunswell. 515,000, over 3,000 square feet. The cool thing about this one, it has a primary suite downstairs and a primary suite upstairs.
So if you had that mother-in-law that you didn't hate, I'm not saying who does hate their mother-in-law, but if you had a mother-in-law that you liked, that would be a great house. She could live downstairs and you could live upstairs.
Yes.
If you just like her a little bit, she can live upstairs, and you hope she trips coming down the steps and breaks a hip.
All right, then we're getting close to me muting you. So
no, that was not mutable.
Keep going. All right, and then we've got 226 Bering. I don't know why I can't talk tonight. 226 Bering. This one has a primary down, and I love the lot about this one, don't you, Jeff?
Oh, it's great. It's got woods behind it and a pond. With a fountain behind it, and then it's only 2 houses away from the community pool. It's a big old house for under 500, and it's only I think 4 years old, and it's just shy of 3,000 square feet. It's a great house.
Yeah. And then so one of the questions we get all the time is, "Hey, Mark, where are people moving from in Summerville?" So I've pulled up the Redfin migration data, and I thought this was a cool map to see kind of where people are coming from. And as you can see, they're coming from the far west, the northeast, and the Midwest, I guess is what I would call that, right? And so here are the top cities that people are moving to Summerville from. Washington, D.C. being number 1.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah, I guess that surprises me.
Yeah.
Although we did recently have one from DC.
This is from March to May of this year so far.
Okay.
So DC, New York, Boston, Chicago, Los Angeles, Seattle. I think all of that we've seen, right? And then Atlanta, which I thought was a little surprising, but we have had 3 different clients in the last 2 months coming from the Atlanta area.
I've driven Atlanta. I get it. Traffic.
Yes.
And then Charlotte, Philadelphia, and San Diego. I think all those are definitely.
When you pulled that map up, I was terrified you were going to start giving me a geography test on what state this is right here. Tell me which state that is. Actually, this map right here, that looks exactly like what our customer base is. Like, this is our clients. We've got multiple coming from New Jersey, Connecticut, Massachusetts right now. We closed on one from Ohio today. We closed on a Chicago last week. We've had more interest from the state of Washington and California. Now, Washington might be because actually didn't we have a call today, Mark? Was people from Washington?
They were, from Washington State. Yep.
Boeing is obviously here and big in the state of Washington. So I think we get a decent amount of people traveling back and forth for Boeing. But in general, we've had several Washington people that weren't affiliated with Boeing recently. Yeah.
And then, so people might be wondering, okay, how do people have calls with you, Jeff? So I'm going to put that on the screen for you. You can click that, look at that link. You can't click it, but we'll have a QR code at the end. If you want to book a Zoom call with us and ask specific questions, we would love to do that with you, whether buying in 9 days, 9 weeks, 9 months, or even 3 years, 4 years away. We've had calls with people all throughout that time frame.
Can they ask non-real estate? So what if they have a question that they want to know the answer to and it's not real estate related? Can they still schedule a time to call?
As long as you're on, because usually you make up answers better than I do.
Okay.
So, then we're okay for sure. Yeah.
I needed this back in the day. I know you've heard this, but I have to tell Robin, pre-internet. You remember pre-internet? It was when you were in your 60s. Remember? And
yes, it was called dial-up.
Like pre-internet.
Oh, you mean before dial-up?
Yeah, before dial-up. So when you wanted to know something, you had to find it out from the newspaper, go to the library, whatever.
An encyclopedia.
About, let me see. I was working at Passivant Hospital up in Pittsburgh, so probably early 90s. I was working a shift. I was working an overnight shift. And for some reason, I got it in my head. I needed to know what the name of Gargamel's cat was from the Smurfs. I was working like a 16-hour shift. I was exhausted. It was a slow night. We weren't, the 911 was ringing. And so my partner said, well, call down to Pitt, University of Pittsburgh. They've got some kind of computer lab thing, and they staff it 24 hours a day. And so I called this number, and I'm expecting, this is like 3 o'clock in the morning, and I'm expecting the person to answer to be like, what is wrong with you? And so I said, hey, listen, I need to know from the Smurfs cartoon what Gargamel's cat's name is. And he's like, all right, hold on. Puts me on hold for like 12, 15 seconds, comes back.
Okay.
Do you know what it is? Do you remember?
No.
Azriel.
I do now.
Azriel. And
so he was pre-Google?
This was pre-Google. Somehow the guys at Pitt, University of Pittsburgh, like they figured out, I don't know if they were the first internet to. Anyway, so if nothing else, like if you need to know what a Smurf reference is, I actually used to like watching the Smurfs. Schedule a Zoom call and we can just talk about Smurfs. Me and Robin will. Mark won't want to be on it, but me and Robin will talk about Smurfs.
No, I'm good.
No, I'm on my own. Okay.
You're on your own.
Miss Tenacious said she went to Boone Hill Plantation. You were talking about that earlier. Very nice place. I agree. I like that one and Magnolia, like you were saying.
Boone Hall, is that the one that has the really big Halloween thing?
Yes.
Yeah, Riley went down there last year.
No, that's not
Boone Hall in Mount Pleasant.
Oh, yeah, it is in Mount Pleasant. Okay. Yeah, that's the one.
Right along that road there. Yeah, really. I went to a corn maze there years back. I got mad. I got stuck. I made it out. Obviously, I'm here, but I don't like
hey, what's up, John and Kim from South New Jersey? We got a lot of people from New Jersey here.
See, that's where the map is coming from.
Yeah,
coming from New Jersey.
All right. Dan says, hey, guys, we're coming out in 10 days to visit Summerville. Any recommendation on hotels? Yes, we have a list. We have a little map link that shows the hotels that we like. We like the ones right in Nexton, of course, because you can walk over to the restaurants and all of that. But if you want to either, you know what, I'll respond to this comment after the show.
Send the link afterwards.
And put the link in there and reply to your thing. So, yes, we do have hotels for you for sure.
And if you're a Hilton or a Marriott guy, they both have brands right there in Nexton.
Yep. And while you're in town, make sure you stop by. Our office is right in Nexton. So you got to come by and at least say hello. 505 Front Street is our address and all.
We talk about the Smurfs.
Smurfs, yes. All right, Jay Delp says $350 max price, close as possible to Folly Beach. What area would you guys recommend? Open to townhouses or single homes?
Summerville.
That is not close to Folly Beach, Jeff.
No. Hey, do you remember, Mark? We sold a condo over there that was really close to Folly Beach, and I don't think it was much more than that $350 price point.
Yeah, it was approaching 400. I think it was on Johns Island, right on River Road. Is that the one you're talking about?
Yeah.
And then we have that one client that bought all the way down on Folly almost.
Yeah.
And that was a condo, not a townhouse.
One thing to pay attention with condos down there is there's some older condos and some newer condos. And we have in this market seen some condos that have had some pretty healthy fees, special assessments, because, the salt air just kicking the crap out of them for years. That's happened up in Myrtle Beach on close to the water also. We don't see much of that out here in Summerville, but I would guess in some of the condos down there, you could see $350 and be no more than, Mark, 5 miles away from Folly.
Yeah, yeah, I think so. I think you're right.
I think it's in the ballpark.
Somewhere around there.
Pretty healthy HOAs and regime fees with those. You're going to see, probably starting at $150 up to $450 a month in your HOA and regime fees, because those are obviously in flood zones. So there's some significant flood insurance that are typically rolled into those HOA and regimes. But it's a gorgeous area.
Yeah, we really like it. All right, Dan said I meant for 10 days in March. Okay, so you're coming down March of 2025. Yeah, we'll get you the link for hotels for sure. And if you're here for 10 days, you definitely got to come by and let's talk for sure.
Yeah, we've got a 150-inch TV in the lobby of our office, Dan. We'll come on down. We'll watch. Maybe is there golf on then? Sometimes we lose track of days when the golf goes on the 150-inch television in the office. Mark has some squirrel moments.
My wife is listening. Shh.
We never sit at work and watch golf.
No, never.
Except the championship and the players.
Hey, Mark and Jeff. Oh, Celeste Rose from New York. Hey, we've already talked to you a little bit. I'm excited that you're on and watching. Thank you so much.
I talked to her like a couple weeks ago.
Yeah. She put another comment. Can you speak about Jasmine Point, Lakes of Cane Bay homes? Yes,
yeah,
we will go there as soon as we hit some of these other comments for sure. Absolutely. I'll put that back up. And Miss Tenacious gave a recommendation to Dan about the Harbor View in downtown Charleston. Super nice down there. So if you want to stay downtown Charleston, that place is nice. I've stayed at the Marriott down there, just on a local one too, and that was nice too. You have to take a lot of Ubers from the Marriott though, because there's not a whole lot of walkable stuff.
Yeah, but they're short rides. I mean, I stayed there and I was down at like the Pineapple Fountain in like 6 minutes.
Yeah.
It's and they have a nice their executive lounge on the top floor of that has beautiful views over the Charleston Harbor.
Yeah. All right. And then Jay Delp asked, what's the drive time from Summerville to Folly Beach? What do you think? 45 minutes? Yeah, look it up right now.
I think so. I'll throw it in Waze right now and see. It's Mark, talk about what beaches are closer here than Folly.
Yeah, so Folly is probably 5 minutes, 10 minutes further than Isle of Palms. Isle of Palms is probably right about 40 minutes, 35 minutes. somewhere around there.
So I'm at 54 minutes on Waze right now, but I'm kind of farther away I'm up here in Carnes at my house.
Yeah.
So, I'm 10 to 15 minutes to get on to 26 from my house. So from Summerville proper, I think you're right, Mark, that 45 minute mark.
Yeah, I think so too. And then, all right, so let's go back to Celeste Rose comment about Jasmine Point Lakes of Cane Bay. Jeff, I'll let you start, and then I'll.
Yeah, so Beezer is the builder in there. They have resales in there. One of our resales is in there right now. That house that we just talked about, the one that has the lake and the pond and the woods behind it by the pool. Great house, but they are they've got resales. Beezer is still building new. They've got a couple lots left to build from the ground up, and then they're going to be out of land there. They're kind of finishing up that phase. And then there are a bunch of spec homes they have, and their spec homes have been really aggressively priced. Mm-hmm. I think they kind of want to finish up the neighborhood and move on to the next one. They've got some more neighborhoods coming over in Monk's Corner, Goose Creek area, right, Mark?
Yes. Yep. The Groves at Berkeley is up in Monk's Corner, and then the Oaks is in Goose Creek.
One thing I will say about Beezer is they are some of the most efficient homes that we have seen in the market. So their utility bills are very low compared to some of the other builders. They do some cool things like putting the HVAC unit in the finished space of the house, so it's not up in the attic. And here Mark's showing you through some pictures of inside one of their houses right now. That's the listing that we have. So they're very efficient houses, low utility bills.
Yes. Yep. And then let me give, I'm going to pull up the map too, Jeff, just because some people might not know exactly where Cane Bay Plantation is. All right. So here's all of Charleston, and Summerville is up in this area. So Summerville kind of goes from this Whitesville all the way over to just past 61 here. When you get up into here, it starts to become Ridgeville. So I'm going to zoom in on where Cane Bay Plantation is. And it's easy for me to find because my little house picture pops up there.
Oh, there you go.
So
you know how to get home?
Yeah, exactly. Oh, I'm going to add Robin back. She came back to us.
Robin, we missed you.
I know. So did I.
So let me make sure this is, there we go. So Cane Bay Plantation is basically, actually I zoomed in too far. Let me zoom out again.
Interesting how when the businesses pop up that are there, the only two that came up like right there is Smoothie King and Buffalo Wild Wings.
I don't go there at all.
There's two come up. There's a bunch of stuff there.
I don't go there at all. So Cane Bay Plantation is basically starts right here, goes all the way up here,
drawn
all
on
the way out, and then that circle is Cane Bay Plantation.
So it started construction at the beginnings of Cane Bay are up there near all of the, like the Smoothie King and the Buffalo Wild Wings, and it's worked its way back. And Mark, would you like to share with the class the announcement or the admission that you made to me today on another video that we were doing?
Yes. So I kept saying that there were 23 subsections within Cane Bay. So this morning I pulled out the map and I went through and I said, am I even right about that? And I was wrong. There's actually 20 different subsections in Cane Bay.
All right. So I have a question. Is there only 20 because you ran out of fingers and toes to count, or is there actually only 20?
No, there's only, wait.
See,
yeah, there's only 20.
There's only 20.
Yeah.
And I don't think, okay, so how about that new one that isn't anything yet, that they're just starting to dig dirt on back there by Summerwind, is that one 20 or is that going to be 21?
That will be 21.
That will be 21. Okay.
Yeah. Yep. So yeah, there's actually 21.
You don't want to know how I count to 21.
Yeah, I couldn't do it. It was too much. And then that is going to be right in here. So DRB Elevate is one of the 55 targeted communities.
Yep.
That's back here. And right next to that right here is going to be the Tidewater by Crescent Homes. By Crescent got bought out by somebody else. So here on the satellite map, you can see the dirt.
Oh, yeah.
Right in here.
Look at that.
Fancy, right?
You got skills there.
But up here at the front, though, is all that shopping, the Publix, the Chick-fil-A, the Starbucks. You got Familiaries coming back in there. Great big deep dish Chicago pizza. You've got a Mexican restaurant, Eggs Up Grill, everything. And the cool thing about this that Jeff really likes is what, Jeff?
The Chick-fil-A Jesus chicken?
Well, no, like how can you get to all these places?
Oh, golf cart, baby. You can get to everything. So all the way back there by Summerwind, there's golf cart paths through the entire neighborhood. You could go, once you leave your subsection, you don't have to go on any roads. There's even tunnels that go under. I think I just spit. You might want to go back and rewind on the YouTube once this is up. I think I just spit on myself.
37 minutes and 40 seconds or so.
Yeah, write that down. I got to go back in 37:40. I'm going to go check that out. That'll be a meme. So yeah, golf cart neighborhood for sure. It's really cool. Now listen, always the good, always the. Robin, do you have a golf cart?
I do not. No,
you do not. No. Your neighborhood isn't as golf cartable as Cane Bay is.
No, I have 4 houses on my whole street.
Okay.
No.
I can't believe what I spent on the golf cart. I spent $16,600. Now it's the Mac Daddy of golf carts.
Yeah.
It's got the sound system. It's street legal with the turn signals and the headlights and the Bluetooth.
Party machine.
It is, yeah, and it's a 6-seater. But yeah, so I'll take you for a ride. I took Mark for a ride the other day.
Hey, that'd be fun. I'm game.
I've taken Mark out in the slingshot before.
He made it back alive?
Yeah, I'm a very safe driver.
He's a much safer driver than I am. He won't let me drive it. So
Robin, when Mark and I do go places, I drive 96% of the time.
I could see that. I've driven with you.
Yeah, I'm a very safe driver.
You are a very safe driver. Yeah.
I'm like Rain Man right now.
Look who else joined. It's our friend the Silvas. Hey, Silvas.
I think they're going to be Cane Bay people here soon enough.
I think so. A couple more months.
We got to get them a golf cart.
Yep. Yeah, you got to get a golf cart for sure. So yeah, I mean that I really like about Cane Bay. You got the big Cane Bay YMCA right in the middle. It's one of the biggest on the southeast. It's got an indoor pool. That's where the fireworks are going to be. So from here back to the public,
they don't have an outdoor pool there. It's just indoor, right?
Just indoor. Yep.
So probably, Mark, what do you think? 17 of the 20 neighborhoods have a community pool in Cane Bay.
Yeah, you're probably pretty close on that.
But that's about right.
Yeah.
So you could do an indoor pool, when it's cold outside, and have you a community pool the rest of the time. And then obviously, if you're in the 55 pluses, 2 of them over there in Cane Bay have indoor pools also.
So we've got 3 different 55-ish plus communities. We've got the DRB. That's targeted. It's not gated. We've got the Cane Bay Del Webb. They are very strict to get in. They're gated from like 7 to 7. And then we've got 4 Seasons that is gated and manned 24/7.
Robin, you've been in 4 Seasons quite a bit lately. What do you like about the amenity center over there? What's your favorite thing? Or what would you be doing over there, do you think?
I love the fact that they have concerts outside.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that is phenomenal. And that people just come together and like somebody brings some dough, somebody else brings some pasta sauce, and pizzas are made and friendships are formed. And I love that. I think that's fantastic.
They do karaoke over there too, and from what I've heard, I don't want to throw any of our
contests
4 Seasons clients under the bus, but I've heard there's some not great karaoke sometimes.
Oh well, we won't send you over there. It's okay. It's okay.
Jeff, you're going to be living there eventually, I think, right?
Oh, it's funny you say that. Tonight I brought that up to Andrea, and Andrea does not want to move. And it's just because, listen, we're realtors. We only make money when you buy and sell houses, and we get it. Moving stinks. There's nothing fun about it. The packing, the all the legal paperwork, and like it's a pain in the butt. We try to make it as fun and easy as it can be. But I think in my neighborhood, I have a lake here, and there's houses on the other side of the lake now. So I lived here for 2 years with no houses on the other side of the lake, and now I've got houses on the other side of the lake. And so I kind of got used to the view with no houses over there. So I think I might want something in woods. I'm wondering if that last phase over at Four Seasons might be where I con Andrea into moving over there.
More seclusion.
Yeah. And Andrea loves new houses. Like, I'll tell you now, there's my wife would not move into an existing home. She's just crazy. But she would do a new home over there.
Well, I see compromise happening. We
can make it work.
First drive into this place.
I think so.
Wow, they got a full video tour. I don't think I've ever seen that. There was like
a voice there.
There was like this little hidden play video button, and I was like,
wow.
"Oh, what's this?"
How dare they do video about their own neighborhood?
Yeah, that's our job, not their
do
job.
Video about your neighborhood.
Yeah,
we'll have that fixed.
Shameful
people.
You better tell Rick about that now.
We got Chris Secor. Hey, Chris. Chris is going to be buying in Crestwind. They're selling in Massachusetts and heading down this way. What are you doing?
Got in trouble. She must have been watching the.
You got in trouble?
I love it.
You too.
Andrea doesn't want to move.
Yes, you do, baby. Yes, you do.
I don't want to have to repack everything. No.
Robin will come over.
Hire somebody, baby. Hire somebody.
Yeah, that's true. No, I'm not moving.
Love you, baby.
Love you.
Oh, that was priceless. That was
I looked
priceless.
over and like the door was like opening real slow, like somebody being all creepy over there. Like,
and you see, she was watching you.
She was watching. That's true. It's nice.
Yep.
She does care.
She must have not heard the beginning because she would have came in and said, no.
No. All right, Mark. What is your? Tell me about a non-55 neighborhood over there that has got like I can't remember the name. Oh, Pine Hills. With the all the stuff. Tell me about that.
Yeah, there's something cool about Pine Hills. Let me see. I'll try to pull it up. But Pine Hills is one of the only communities that has a water slide as part of their amenities. Yeah, it's like super cool.
Yeah, it's got like a fishing pier pond thing, a really cool playground, resort style.
I love that.
And Mark, don't they have like a kiddie pool too?
Yeah, there's like 3 different pools in that little area. I'm having trouble pulling it up here. Oh, here we go. Let me see if I can.
You can go back on our YouTube channel. We did some videos about that. Yeah, there it is.
Yeah. So you got the lap pool over here, the pool that the slide goes into, and then another like resort style pool. And I think this shallow end here, or maybe it's right here, is only really little so that kids don't drown and stuff like that.
Nice.
And this neighborhood is really got some phenomenal pricing lately in there. This is one of the builders that is only doing spec homes, so you cannot go in here and pick your everything. But they're lovely homes they're building, great price points, and outside of Nexton and what Carnes will be and what Summers Corner will be eventually, I think this is one of the nicest amenity centers, and it's definitely the nicest non-55 plus amenity center in all of Cane Bay.
Yeah. Did you see Miss Tenacious said Andrew's going to win and you're not moving?
Oh, I'll find a way to. I'll just offer to take her to Vegas for a couple days, and I can con her
Just
into
consider it a vacation home. Vacation home. That's all you need.
a vacation home 5 miles away from where I am now.
Go. There you go.
So what questions do you guys have about Cane Bay or anything in the Summerville and Charleston area? Put those down in the comments. We want to answer those live for you. Of course, we can do one-on-ones with you. If you want to book a Zoom call to talk more, that's the link for it towards the end. We'll put up a QR code so you can scan it with your phone if you're watching on your TV. But that's the link that you can schedule a Zoom call. We can learn more about you and get more into exactly what kind of lifestyle you want to live here in South Carolina for the budget that you want to live. And we'll kind of match you to the correct community to try to get you as close to what you want as possible. Jeffrey, from now on, I'm finishing my sentences before I call on you.
That's fine. This is how this should work. I let you know that I have something to say. But Robin, I'm raising my hand. I mean,
I saw that. I saw you were being very patient. I'm super proud of you.
Robin, here's a question for you.
Yeah.
People, especially coming from the north, what are some questions that people ask you the most about a neighborhood like Cane Bay? Let's see if you get the same question that Mark and I do pretty much every day.
Taxes. They want to know what the difference is in the taxes.
Yep.
That's probably going to be my
Cane
biggest
Bay
question.
is in Berkeley County, and Berkeley County does have a little bit lower taxes than Dorchester County. What we've also found is that there's no community development fee in Cane Bay Plantation. So in some of the other neighborhoods, there's a $800,000-$900,000 community development fee. Cane Bay does not have that. Now they do have an extra 1 or 2 extra HOA fees in Cane Bay, depending on where you live. So one of them is the lakes fee of $150 a year if you live in a neighborhood that has access to one of the lakes. And Mark, that's 5 neighborhoods?
I think it is 5, yeah.
And then there is the Cane Bay Master Plan Community HOA, and that is $120 a year. I was saying 115, but I was at a closing today, and I think it went up to 120 finally. It's been at 115 for quite a while. And that basically pays for all the cart paths and all of the maintenance and the yard work and all the trees and palm trees and flowers and all the pretty stuff all around Cane Bay that make it look so nice. Yeah.
So Kimberly over at Centex, one of the builders here in Cane Bay, she called it a Keep Cane Bay Beautiful.
Like that.
Yeah. All right. Miss Tenacious said, do you know how many of the builders are using hardy board siding?
Ooh.
All right, so let's think through this here.
Yeah.
So, Four Seasons is an option.
Yep.
Lockton is Lockton hardy board? I think Lockton's hardy board. Who else? Oh, Westlake, but that's fully built out.
Yep.
And I think that's it.
What's the new one? What's the one neighborhood the one that's on the lakes that they're just reopening? They got more land to build now.
Waterside. I think they're vinyl though, because that's Lennar.
You think it's vinyl?
I'm pretty
Most
sure.
of them are vinyl. There are some over there that have hardy board. A lot of the next-in builders are doing a lot of hardy board. I can't decide which one I like better. I honestly like the way the hardy board looks a little bit better, but I'm kind of bummed that I know I'm going to have to repaint the whole house in 8, 10, 12 years, depending on the color of the paint. The darker the paint, the more often you have to paint it. Yeah. I kind of like the vinyl siding because it's not the vinyl siding of back in the day. It's the big plank vinyl siding in a lot of the neighborhoods now that looks a lot nicer. And you can just pressure wash it every couple years, and it's always looking good forever. But I live in a hardy board neighborhood here in Carnes. But if I had to pick which one, I probably would have picked vinyl. And plus, it's about 30 ish $1,000 more to do a hardy board house than it is vinyl.
Yeah. Lisa said, huge difference in such a great way. Maybe she was talking about the taxes. Is that what you were referencing, Lisa?
We're going to assume it was.
Yeah.
That'll work.
Yeah. Okay.
Absolutely.
Yes, I totally agree. Like from Massachusetts down here, my dad was paying like $14,000 a year for his property taxes in Massachusetts, or something like that. I could be off a little bit, but going from 14 to under 4 is pretty big. I mean that's your golf cart right there.
Invest your money into,
Yeah, for sure. And always, I just saw the thing Lisa popped up. It was taxes.
Yeah.
So always the good, always the bad. With Mark and I and Robin. So the taxes on the property is much lower than where most of our clients are moving from around the country. The one thing that is higher, at least from Pennsylvania, where I came from, is the vehicle tax. So we didn't have a vehicle tax in Pennsylvania. It was like $36 a year to register your car. I've been here for almost 15 years, so I'm sure it's gone up since then. But here you pay a vehicle tax. I actually paid my mother's vehicle tax today. She has a Honda Pilot. It was $200 on that vehicle tax. And I think my vehicle tax this year will probably be in the $380, $400 range. But you also pay vehicle tax on boats, motors, motorcycles, golf carts, all of the toys.
So you like your toys, and that's why you pay more taxes.
I'm willing to pay it. Yeah, between the slingshot and the golf cart, I don't need both. But I mean, if I'm going to take Carnes here, I want to be able to take the golf cart all around Carnes. I mean, Andrew's going to, make me stay here, which is a lovely neighborhood.
It's a lovely neighborhood and a lovely wife.
Done.
Jeff's like, I'm not saying anything
I'm
else.
going to go out here and just be like, all right, sit down, big boy. We got to talk.
We got to talk.
What about if you lease your vehicles? Oh, I don't know that one. Do you know one?
I don't. I've never leased a vehicle before.
I would imagine you still have to pay.
It's the same.
You would still have some kind of taxes that you have to pay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you have, in order to get your yearly registration updated, you've got to pay your taxes.
Mm-hmm.
Miss Tenacious, I'm pretty confident it would be the same.
Yeah.
I'll look into it. We'll mention it next week if it's not.
Yeah. Only this year did Rhode Island do away with vehicle taxes.
Oh.
So they've had vehicle taxes all the way up until this year, is what she's saying, I think.
Boy, taxes don't normally go away.
Right? That's because they probably upped like the food tax or something like that.
Yeah.
The
dollar's coming in some way. All right. I'm gonna do this again.
Okay, go ahead, Jeffrey.
All right. See, I didn't interrupt. I have something I want to bring up.
Okay.
Something that's extremely important to everybody watching this. If you decide that you want to move to the Charleston area, there are builders here that are not playing nice sometimes, in that you have to go in with your realtor the first time you walk through the door, or they will not pay us. I get paid 3%. We charge 3% typically for what we do. And the vast majority of the builders co-op and pay us out 3%. We don't charge an administrative fee, any other fees on top of that. But there are builders that are paying less than that. But if you don't register with your realtor the very first second you see them, talk to them, meet them, fill out an online form, drive by them in a car, see them in a restaurant, if you don't register the very first time, they pay us $0, which I still have to get paid. We provide great service for what we do. And so don't go talk to these builders without first talking to us. You can, if you decide that you don't want to work with us, that's fine. We can, good luck to you and move on. But you really could be hurting yourself by walking into one of these builders without meeting with us first, because it could cost you either A, thousands of dollars, or B, it could. What did you do? I wasn't going to name names, and I just see.
I'm not naming names. I was just showing that Lindera Preserve is one of the neighborhoods in Cane Bay Plantation. That's all.
Okay. You're killing me. I'm going to have to get a mute button for you. So listen, there's no downside in calling us first. Let us talk about it. We have had people recently that it has been a problem where we couldn't end up working with them because they didn't make that call first. So just check in with us first, even before you fill out an inquiry online. Check in with us first. It's a big deal.
So Tammy is coming down from upstate, I think, somewhere. And she says she can't wait for Saturday. I can't wait either, Tammy. I'm meeting them on Saturday. We're going to take them out, and Robin's coming with us.
Actually, yeah, you guys are both taking them out.
Yeah. Robin's going to come with us. I met with Tammy and her husband on Zoom the other day, and we were talking through a bunch of stuff. And so we're going to go out and see some homes on Saturday. I'm excited too.
Tammy, when I was talking before about how Mark was a bad driver, I was just kidding. You're going to be fine on Saturday.
Oh.
She said, "Awesome." Was that to my driving? Do you think? I'm thinking no.
No, that's me.
He has hardly ever. The closest he's come to killing a client in a vehicle is when we burned up a golf cart over in Four Seasons in Cane Bay.
He burned up a golf cart.
Well, the battery was underneath my seat. I'm going to probably take. But hey, they bought. They still bought.
They still bought.
They bought in the neighborhood that tried to kill them.
Yes. And the golf cart video is on our channel. So if you want to see Jeff running around on the phone calling the fire department, who came pretty quickly, by the way.
They did. They're right across the road there from Four Seasons.
Yeah, and they must have a little sneak pass in through the gate because they were through that gate in no time.
Did you see? Oh, do you know how that's done?
No, I did not.
As a firefighter, I know how that was done.
Okay. So
there's a siren mode that when you put on that siren mode, I think it's the whelp, it's called mode, it triggers. So the gate listens for that siren sound and the gate will open automatically. And typically, I think that's how it's done.
Wow. I
It's
like that.
It's like magic.
So could I like mimic that, like, woo, and get in the gate for free?
Wait. How'd that go? Let's go over to Four. I'm gonna meet you at Four Seasons in 20 minutes.
Let's go try it out. Yeah.
You gonna try it?
Robin's gonna be like, well, the YouTube thing went well, and then Mark started doing woo.
I can't.
Whatsoever, it all went to heck.
That's what happens when you get 59 minutes into our
Y'all were worried about me. You should have been worried about Mark.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. You're terrified. Honestly, on the team, you're the one besides me, Robin, that is most likely to say something inappropriate and Mark to have to mute.
I think we were related somehow.
You know that. You own it.
Dan is
You're
in
like
Massachusetts.
the brother I never wanted.
Dan is in Massachusetts. He said his excise was $800 for his Outback. $800.
I have an Outback story.
He'll happily come here. Is this the story I need to be on the mute button, or are we okay?
No, it would probably end up getting muted. Let me just. So this Subaru Outback, like it's a 4-wheel drive vehicle. We might have put one in a pond up in Elk County in Pennsylvania.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah, tow truck guy's like, what were you doing? And it was the guy's wife's brand new Subaru. Also, he got in big trouble.
Oh, all right. So Cane Bay Plantation. Robin, did we go over the numbers?
No, we did not. My electricity went out, so I lost all contact.
Dan says Taxachusetts. That's what I used to call it too.
Taxachusetts. Love that.
All right. So Robin, tell them what the lowest price pre-owned homes are and what's the highest pre-owned in Cane Bay.
All right, perfect. So as far as like the pre-owned go, and that is for, resale coming up. So the highest price right now is at $689,000. That is in Four Seasons, and that is a 2019 3,580 square feet with 3 bedrooms and 3.5 baths. That's really a good price. And that's in
one of the biggest homes in
phenomenal.
4 Seasons they ever built.
Exactly, right?
Yeah, that's a big one.
So, and the lowest that we have in Cane Bay right now is at 335. Like, amazing. You can still get a nice house for under 350,000. So that's at Lindera Preserve, and that is a 2017 1,700 square feet. I mean, that's amazing. Three bedroom, 2.5 bath. Like, you really can't beat that for under 330 or 335,000 is really good.
Yeah,
really good.
If you're dropping, $2,500 a month on rent,
exactly, you're wasting your money. I mean, I know that everyone thinks that the prices are out there, but you really can find a nice home for under 350,000.
Actually, Mark, we've got a video coming out in the next coming weeks about a neighborhood in Cane Bay where there's new construction starting at 350,000.
Wow.
Yeah. That'll come out right after the holiday, I think.
Yep.
Perfect.
Well, Robin, we're in an hour here. Mark will wrap it up, but I wanted to say I had fun with you. You were very well behaved. You did good.
Thank you. I tried to be on my best behavior.
You put your extra filter pants on tonight?
I am.
Good.
Robin, did you have the numbers for new construction too before we go?
I do, actually. So as far as new construction, that's either going to be what's under contract or what has finished at this point. So new construction, we have, let's see, highest price is $650, and that's in Lockton. That's a 3,718 square foot, 5 bedroom, 4.5 bath. I mean, that's a really good price.
Yeah.
And as far as, let's see, new construction done or under contract, lowest prices, looks like we kind of have a little tie. We got 303, which is really phenomenal for a townhouse in Pine Hills. That's at 1,473 square feet with 3 bedrooms, 2.5 bath. Also in Pine Hill, we have a single family, which has a 1-car garage, and that's coming in at right under 1,500 square feet. And that price is at $353,000. I mean, that's a really good price.
And that's
lowest price that's not in Pine Hills is in Sanctuary Cove, and that's at $365. They're amazing prices out there.
Nice.
Those last couple you mentioned, Pine Hills, Robin, that's the one that has the water slide and everything.
I know, right? That sounds so fun. Who doesn't want to live there?
I want to go there.
Fun.
Wait, Jeff, can you say on live right now that you'll do the water slide if we can get somebody to let you in there on video?
Oh, I'm so afraid I get stuck.
No, you won't. No.
Right.
No. Go sideways.
If there's a tube this big, but your rear end is this big, it's a question of it's physics, Mark. We've already had to have the fire department come save us once. We're not having them extricate me from the freaking water slide.
I had to ask. Sorry.
The answer is no, buddy.
The answer is no. Okay. All right. Well, everybody, thanks so much for joining. We had a good crowd on tonight. Lots of great comments and great questions. Remember, whether you're moving in 9 days, 9 weeks, 9 months, or 2 or 3 years, we would love to talk to you and jump on a Zoom call. Right at the end of this video, we'll play a short little thanks for joining video. It's got a QR code on there. Go ahead and click on that, or scan that, and that will get you right into our calendars, and we can book a Zoom call and learn more exactly what you want to do and the lifestyle that you want to live here in South Carolina. Jeff, any parting words? Robin, any parting words?
Love you, Robin. Thanks for coming.
Have a good one, guys.
See y'all.
Bye, everybody. Thank you.